Hi everybody, my name's Rónán and I'm the business teacher at the Academy. So I'm going to talk to you guys quickly about time management. So again, it's a thing that just holds students' grades down. They don't get to finish the exam on time, and even they might come up in the exam, they haven't worked on time management during the year. It's very hard to just do that and get it right on the day of the exam. They might find themselves with 10 minutes to go, having to do one full long question, and then they'll run out of time, they won't get the grade they deserve. So first big thing you want to do, you want to be conscious of this and work on this as early as possible really. But anyway, first thing I'd always do is I spend the first 5 minutes I'd want to read over the paper. Mainly what you want to do here is spot the key words, and make sure you build them in. So if a question says explain using examples, you back your points up with examples, and so on. If it says illustrate, you back your point up with an example. You look out for those words and you spot them at the start though. During the exam you could be rushed and you won't have time to get it done, or you mightn't be able to spot it quickly enough. So that's the first thing I'd do. First 5 minutes I'd read through the paper, spot all the key parts of the question, I'd highlight them, underline them. Anything like when a question comes up like on accounting, I'd write the formulas down beside the question straight away. Just, see, in case you forget them in exam or wherever, it's handy to have those things down at the start. Anyway, that's what I do in my first 5 minutes. I pick out my long questions, and it's a nice steadying feeling, I think, for the students, because they know, right, they've looked at the paper, they know what ones they're going to go with, and then they just follow the plan. So next thing then, next half hour, your short questions. Don't rush them too quickly, because remember, against 20% of your paper, so 3 minutes for each one, and be ruthless with it. Like if a question says something like define inflation, one sentence isn't enough. You need to back it up with 2 or 3 points of information to make sure you get the 10 out of 10. They'll never give you 10 marks for just one point of information. So spotting those things at the start in your short questions, be ruthless with them, okay? It's half an hour, but it's 20% of your paper, so don't rush it. That's the one thing I find with students. They tend to rush the easy questions, and they might get 6 out of 10 in a question where they could have got 10 out of 10. So just be conscious of that. ABQ then 40 minutes. That's where students fall into trouble. So you want to be careful not to overwrite, and especially with the ABQ, if you're backing up points, you want to make sure you only put in like relevant quotes to that point you're making in the text. I find students, if they haven't practiced this during the year, if they don't know how to do it, this is where they could fall apart a lot. So remember guys, ABQ 40 minutes, and that's going to be the key area. I'd always stress to my class that if they can get to like 10:45 in their exam, and they've done the short questions, the ABQ by that stage, they're well on course, okay? Then it's quite straightforward after that. But if students stumble with time management, it tends to happen in the ABQ. So be strict on yourself with that, 40 minutes, and don't feel you to write tons and tons and tons of information on the ABQ. Next one then is you've got your long questions, and you have 25 minutes for each one. So you have 25 minutes you have to do, they'll give you 7, you do your best 4. That'll take up 25 minutes for each one, and then for the last 5 minutes at the end, you've got 5 minutes there as insurance, read over the paper. Or even if you run in and one long question takes a bit more time, you've got that 5 there as insurance really. That's the main thing I would stress. Go back to the basic rule as well. Like I'd say for questions your long question will be worth 60 marks, and I'd say to my class usually, take 1 minute again aside to read it and structure it out, but then 60 marks, divide by 24, that tells you roughly that if a question comes up for 10 marks, we've got 4 minutes to answer it. Okay, so most common question usually in the long questions will be for about 20 marks, and you've got 8 minutes. So you remember that during the year. If you're doing homework and stuff like that, teacher gives you a 20-mark question, get it done within the allotted time. Set a little stopwatch, give yourself 8 minutes to do it, and don't spend more than that amount of time on it, because sometimes students could do homework then into 20-mark questions, spend 15 minutes on it. It's really counterproductive. You're just developing bad habits, okay? So be really, really strict on yourself and that during the year, okay? And then you'll get the grade you deserve. Okay, thanks.